Hello, everybody, and this is yet another episode of The Brave Traveler. I'm your host, IR. I'm enjoying a bit of coffee, like with a fourth of a spoonful of coffee. It's not that much. Coffee, it upsets me. Makes me irritable. Like I get easily upset. And I've gone weeks without coffee. The other day I broke down and I had maybe maybe a fifth of a spoon. And I drank it from a literal shot glass. Just because not only does it turn me into a jerk, but my left eye starts twitching. So it fucks with my muscles, with the muscles in my around my eye. I don't like that. I've gained another listener to my podcast. My ex, Psycho. I saw her every time that she would be over, if I had her over, and she would see what my channel was called on YouTube or on Twitch, and I had a feeling for a long time now. I had a feeling that she was just secretly watching them sometimes, especially the Twitch gaming. When all of a sudden I would play and somebody would be watching out of the blue, I'd be like, what the fuck? So she also infiltrated my DeviantArt, probably because I posted it up on Facebook. And I drew a portrait of a woman that used to be in my life a long time ago. And of course, she couldn't help herself. She messages me on the WhatsApp, letting me know that I saw this picture, and I couldn't tell you what else she says because I don't read her messages. They're just, wah, you're horrible, I'm amazing. So shit. All good things must come to an end, and thankfully the bad things as well. I wish her the best. I hope you find the love of your life very soon, because I know that's what you want. Be happy, think positive. That's it. Move on. Okay. So today I actually started playing not a new game, but an old game that I felt completely lost playing. Thanks to Platinum Chasers, a YouTube channel that makes great walkthroughs, I've been able to get back into playing Bloodborne, and oh man, that thing is so much fun. No wonder there's so many people say that's the best Souls game. Like, even better than Elden Ring. I haven't finished Elden Ring either. I want to, but I'm real glad to be on track with Bloodborne. That was actually the first Souls game that I ever played. I didn't even know that it had any connection with the Dark Souls games whatsoever. I tried getting back into I made a choice not to continue with Dark Souls 3. I just kind of thought, Well, I'd rather finish Elden Ring, and I do. But I also tried Sekiro and Bloodborne, and I still haven't gotten a hang of Sekiro. It's interesting, but I'm too early into the game, so it's still hard for me. I'd have to, grind a little more, try a little harder. Bloodborne, I'm at a really high level, and I'm at a high level with Elden Ring as well. But I'm fucking lost because that game is so huge. Um, and and I was the same way with Bloodborne. Like I didn't know what the hell to do, and I started watching the walkthroughs by Platinum Chasers, and I got it. So I'm really happy to inform that I'm well on my way to beating that game. I think I'm on his sixth video of Bloodborne out of 23. But it might be less than that for me, maybe around 18 or so, because he did the DLC, whereas I don't have it. I don't think I'm going to get it. I think that those 7 games are already really fucking huge. I don't need any DLCs. I ignored the DLCs for the first Dark Souls. Sure, I'm tempted to go back, maybe. Dark Souls 3, I bought the game. It's the complete game, so I have the DLCs all included. But again, I don't really have a desire to play the DLCs, just because the main game itself is already so friggin' huge. I think I would need to like beat the main campaign and then sort of miss it and come back to it. I'd probably play the DLCs after that, but it would have to be in that way. It's a nice feeling not to be sick. I've been sick for a while, it seems. Whether it was one thing or another thing, I felt like I was constantly getting sick. I stopped playing Bloodborne not because I'm stuck or anything, but just because it felt like, well, shit, I just played this game for 4 friggin' hours. I think I'd like to do something else. But at least I did stream it on Twitch. I'm still not doing the being on camera thing, just because I'm gonna wear the mask, and it's not very comfortable. I wonder how some of the other guys that I've seen that wear masks do it. Like maybe my mask is just too... it's not breathable enough. What I used to do is in some of the videos I would wear this sort of a different mask. That one was easier. I might do that one. The white one is the one that is... it's snug as all can be. It hugs onto your face. It's not comfortable. I might try another one. I really like that I've gotten back into drawing, and looking at the drawings, so many of them are terrible. But they're not all terrible, and sometimes even the terrible ones are kind of great. Like right now, I think my favorite one of the terribles is Avenging Bunny. That thing is just hilarious. I mean, just looking at it, or even thinking about it, makes me want to laugh. Another weekend, dead and gone. But it's fine. I mean, it's not fine, but why complain about something you can't take back? Besides playing Bloodborne, the other fun things that I've been doing is exercising, tending to my cats. They love eating raw eggs. Oh yeah, reading JoJo's Bizarre. That thing is so much fun. I still have my suspicions when it comes to manga illustrators / writers. It's just because if you Google them by name, you will get some really strange results. Either you'll get no results whatsoever, or you'll get bullshit results. So, right off the top of my head, I don't know his name, but I'm sure it's not that hard to find out. Chainsaw Man's writer / illustrator. Look him up. Look him up. You won't find anything. You'll find that he's in his 30s. There'll be several pictures of Asian-looking men holding Chainsaw Man, sort of making you believe that, oh, that's him, but it's not. If you look a little closer, you'll just see that it's just some random fan holding up a Chainsaw Man comic. And, I mean, one of them could be him. But it's just interesting how it's not clear. Who else? And see, the guy that wrote Demon Slayer is apparently a woman, and you don't get her actual name, you just get a pen name. Okay. Yeah, sure, I guess. There's just something really fishy about that, because it's not like Anne Rice when she wrote The Taming of Sleeping Beauty, which is basically just erotic porn in a book, or Stephen King writing Thinner under his pen name. It's like a big chunk of the writer illustrators in the manga field. Nobody's going to point that out, so you just have to notice it on your own. That's strange. It's strange, very strange. I finished reading the Apocryphon of John, which is supposed to be one of the books that was removed from the Bible. It's published in the Nag Hammadi library book. It's one book, but it's called the library just because it's many books. And I've always questioned why they're called books. I mean, shouldn't they be essays? And I understand that even the books in the Bible are referred to as books, but again, they're not that long. I mean, honestly, some are long, and yeah, I could see that as a book, but some are so brief, they're one page. What do you call that? That shouldn't be called a book. So maybe we can rephrase that. The Bible has books in it, essays, letters. Some are just so brief, it just feels odd to call it a book. I mean, I haven't looked up the definition of a book. I just have an idea of what I think is a book. So maybe the definition includes that somehow. But that would be cool if I could, I don't know, write a bunch of one-page books and make money off of that. Wouldn't that be cool? Speaking of making money off of writing, I've been failing, I should say. But I've been wanting to look into Amazon's KDP publishing. And I have a good amount of things that I'd like to publish. It's just I actually need to take the friggin' time to focus. That's my cat. He's destroying my fly mosquito door screen. It's a magnetic screen. He thinks it's his toy, and he just wants to climb it and destroy it. I understand that he doesn't speak English or Spanish, so it's kind of hard to make him understand that I paid money for that. Would you mind not destroying it? So the only other way I can think of is maybe I need to smack him. but he's really fast. And of course, I don't want him to hate me, so I haven't smacked him at all. I want to smack him while he's doing it, because maybe then she'll get it. I want to call him a he, but my cats are both female. Maybe they'll get it, but it's actually only one. The other one knows better for some reason. And of course, it's the one with the most energy. Her name is Flower. But then again, there's a good chance that she won't get it. She's not gonna get smacked and then be like, oh, he doesn't want me to do this anymore. That's why he hit me. No. More than likely, she would just be like, oh, he's a bad person now. Even though I'm the one that, brings him water and food. But yeah, of course. So it's hard. It's very difficult. I want to smack her, but it'd be useless. It wouldn't do any good. It would do more harm than good. All it would do is just make her hate me. I think I heard, or I read somewhere, that I could sprinkle some cayenne pepper wherever I don't want them to go, But then I'm thinking, if I throw some cayenne pepper by the door, isn't it just going to bring bugs or ants? I'm not sure. Do insects like cayenne pepper? I've actually heard the opposite, but I don't know. I have to look it up. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is a very interesting story, while at the same time fucking silly as hell, in a manner that remains grounded. I like the story, the fact that it's about the generations of the first character's family. So the first volume is JoJo. The second volume is his son. The third volume is the grandson, and so on. I'm assuming I'm on volume 3. I think I'm like 50 chapters away from finishing it, which is not that much. Anyways, I digress. I was talking about something else. The Apocryphon of John, as told to him by Jesus, is basically the story of creation. It's like a great explanation that fills in any gaps or any confusing things from the Bible. It talks about Monad being the invisible God, basically a giant who has so much energy because he's huge, like bigger than, I don't know, I guess you would have to imagine 100 times the size of a Titan, maybe 1,000 times the size of a Titan. I know. Something bigger than Jupiter. Something like that. So, someone like that would obviously have a lot of energy. And I guess when you get to that level of energy, it's such a high frequency that you can't see it. So he's invisible. And he's got angels, he's got aeons. I don't know what the difference is between an angel and an aeon. I don't think they're the same thing because they're mentioned separately. And I don't think he only has one daughter, but one daughter is mentioned, Sophia. She apparently decides that she wants to have a child, but not like a regular woman who wants to have a child, but she wants... I just had some coffee again. Anyways. She wants to create life. I guess she wants to be like Monad. Maybe she saw how he did it, and she thought she'd do the same. She didn't get anybody's approval. It's not made perfectly clear to me, at least, but it sort of suggests that she created life without her partner. Regardless, it doesn't turn out very well. She gives birth to the demiurge, and she names it Yaldabaoth, and it clearly states that Yaldabaoth looks nothing like her. He has the head of a lion and the body of a serpent, and she hides him in a cloud of light, or a very luminous cloud. And it says that the cloud has a throne in the middle, which, of course, when I read that, it immediately reminded me of Exodus, when Moses is up on the mountain and sees the no. That's when they were walking in the desert, and it says that there was like a big giant cloud that was like right there following them. It says that this imperfect God, Yaldabaoth, which apparently is Jehovah. There's a different way of saying it, or Yahweh. He was abandoned, and but it also kind of says that he knew about his mother. He did the same exact thing as Sophia, and started making his own creations. He made archons, and I'm guessing if he's a big giant dragon-like being, the archons are reptilian. And so he made archons, angels, his own. And he made people as a way of trapping light, like good light. I don't know how to explain it. There's energy, free-flowing energy, coming from a different sort of reality where Monad lives, and it's called the pleroma. And this good light, some of it, I think, got into Yaldabaoth, but he couldn't make his own humans. Somehow he got help from Sophia, and they made humans, and they were able to trap good light in them. Later on, they wanted to make more, and Yaldabaoth sent his archons, or his angels, to breed with women, but the offspring was born with counterfeit spirit. Counterfeit. A copy, a fake, an imitation. So I took that to mean that there's two kinds of people, high frequencies and low frequency people. And I took it to mean that because that's what I've noticed in my life. So that's the closest thing to an authority sort of suggesting that I might be onto something. Okay, I had to pause for a moment because my damn cat was destroying my property. I didn't hit him. I wanted to, but we compromised. I gave him time out. He's in his little cage and he can't get out, can't have fun. So that's it. I mean, he's done other things. She's done other things before. Like, she'll go into the storage closet. If she sees the door open, she'll just lunge right into it like it's party time in there, and it's not. I don't get it. Why? It's actually a really cold room. But she loves just lunging in there like, what's in here? But she's done this multiple times, and every time she does this, I can't grab her. There's so much stuff in there, and she's tiny. She'll just hide behind stuff, so I can't get her. So what do? I just close the door. I let her stay in there. And in like a minute or two, I like imagining what she must be saying, like, you monster, let me go. Why? But it's worked. Now if I have the door open, she's not immediately lunging at it. Although today I went back there because that's where I get to flick the outside lights on, and I saw her around the corner of the room, sort of getting into position to lunge at it. I was like, are you... So I have a stupid cat. Yeah. And it's funny, right? Because my stupid cat's the one with the most energy. My smart cat hates everything. Except eating. Loves to eat. Doesn't care to do anything else. Just tell me when it's time to eat, and that's it. They're lucky, they're cute. Okay, so where was I? In the Apocryphon of John, I still don't know how you're supposed to say that. It's Cryphon. Apocryphon. I don't know. It says that Jesus told the apostle, is it John or James? Apocryphon of John. It was John, I think. Pretty sure. Whatever. That that Noah's Ark wasn't the only people that survived the flood. That Moses got that wrong. And it actually says that there were other survivors. Which kind of leads me to believe that maybe not all of the giants were killed. It does say something strange. It says that Yaldabaoth, the demiurge, which they never called him the demiurge, so I haven't... Oh, do you hear that shit? That means it's the other fucking cat that's doing it. That little... Oh, excuse me. So here I was telling you what a good cat the other one was. Her name is Tree. And she's the one that was fucking up the door. I wonder... Now I'm not sure if it's both of them or just one of them. But I caught that one in the act, and I've caught the other one in the act before, so... Fuck. Now they're both on timeout. That's right, you little shits. Now you can't have your fun destroying my stuff. You know, I've actually read dog training manuals or books or how-to. I've seen all that stuff. I even took a class with my dog like 10 years ago. But I've never heard of such a thing as a training book for cats. And I wonder if such a thing exists or if it's like ridiculous. If I'm asking for something as silly as how to teach them to speak English. Can a cat be trained? I knew a person that said that she taught her cat to say water or to say hello. Maybe it's possible. I don't think it's impossible. I just think that it would be right close near to impossible. You'd have to have a lot of patience. You don't want to actually be waiting on results. You want to be okay with constantly trying and seeing no progress. I would get bored. Let's say a cat might learn to say, "How are you?" After you've said it to the cat about 100,000 times in a year or 2 or 3. How could you not get bored? I mean, you would literally have to spend maybe an hour a day just going, "How are you? How are you?" And the cat would be like looking at you like, "What are you? I don't understand you." They would get bored and leave and start doing something else. Maybe after a year they would understand or kind of think like, "Well, that's my name, right?" I don't know. I wouldn't have the patience for it. And that's fine. I don't need my cats to speak English. I already understand their needs. They want to play. They want to eat. They want to drink. And they want to play some more. They want attention. They're just like kids. Except they don't really improve. They're like shitty kids, because my kid wasn't destroying anything. So they're kids that you really just want to put outside. They're like your least favorite family members' kids. How they're horribly behaved. You can't tell them anything because they won't listen to you. They'll just continue to make noise, scream, and run around and grab stuff and just, they're oblivious. And you know that you want to hit them. You want to spank them, but they're not your kids. I mean, I'm the one that's taking care of them, but maybe I need a different analogy. These are kids that also happen to be from another country and another culture. You speak a completely different language. There you go. Yeah. So you can't even say, hey, do you mind not doing that? Yeah. They won't understand you. All right. Without any more interruptions. Is the Nag Hammadi, aka the Gnostic Bible, is it a rouge? Is it a farce? And I honestly don't know. But I think that it's possible. I'm just going to say it. It is possible that the Bible is real. It's the actual Word of God. And it's possible that there is a fake church being built. Already was built, that usurped Christianity. Is a hard one. Is the Gnostic Christians the original Christians and they have it right? Or is the Bible the one that has it right? And Nag Hammadi was just created for non-believers to sort of point out and say, see, now it makes sense. And yeah, when you put the stuff from the Nag Hammadi back into the Bible, it makes perfect sense. So I don't know. I don't know, because I had this hunch months ago after seeing some of the Freemason books and seeing how they're Satanists, they're Luciferian and all that. I kind of thought, if they did take over the entire world and they control it, and they always play both sides so that they bring the problem and the solution ready, set. If education is now a farce, especially since the 50s when the NASA people took over and just erased all knowledge from before, whereas before you could look into an encyclopedia to find out how high the firmament, the dome, was. So much information, man. It's kind of hard to get it all straight because it connects. But it's friggin' multiple choice. It's like, okay, is one real? Is the other the only real one? Are they both real? Are neither of them real? Boy. sometimes I just want to separate from the tangible information because it's too easy to manipulate it. The evil guys in charge, the real ones that are in charge, I don't think they're stupid at all. I mean, the Apocryphon of John or James, John I think, says that the Yaldabaoth and his archons are stupid, stupider than man. And then they came up with this great plan to surpass us, which I think is short lives. Which is what we constantly see when we're being poisoned. In the air, and the food, the television is poison as well. I don't know. I saw a YouTuber's video the other day. I can't remember what her name is. Not off the top of my head, but she's got some great motivational videos, and I've mentioned her before. I think her name is Anna. I don't know. Whatever. She said that Disney movies are constantly trying to push the gnostic religion. Yeah, probably. But I think their religion is more on the satanic side. It did leave me with a question after reading that book, which is Jesus the avatar for the monad or for Yaldabaoth? I saw a summary video by some guy who was such a idiot. He was trying to take a comical approach in his summary, which, yeah, it's not funny. And he felt that Jesus was Yaldabaoth's avatar. So that's confusing. Maybe I wouldn't have felt that way if I hadn't seen that stupid ass video. I do think that there is good. I do think that there is a good side, a good group. Because there's definitely a bad one. I don't know what they believe in, because they layer information. So, depending on what level or degree you're at, you're privileged more information, less lies. That's how they do it in Scientology. That's how they do it with the Freemasons. That's how it seems to be fed to the masses as well. There's the ready set information that we're all given through school. Then there's a little more information on a television, but that's also kind of ready set, because even if you're not guaranteed to see it, it's easily available. especially when they put it in movies that are being marketed a lot. Almost everybody's going to see those movies. Or movies that they're praising nonstop. It's basically a telltale sign that they want a lot of people to see it. Anyways, I always felt that if they're in charge, there's no way they're going to give us the good guy's book. And there's a strong feeling that the Bible is the bad guy's book. I mean, until you get to the New Testament and you read about Jesus, and then it sounds like, okay, this guy's legit. He's the good guy. But then you get to a part where he starts talking about, I came to bring war, a sword, I came to separate mothers against daughters and stuff like that. And I still remember that. That stuck out to me because you have to make up a lot of bullshit to pretend it didn't just say that. I'm reading the book of Thomas, and it's going over Jesus' quotes, and so that was there again. So, Sid is flat earther. He's a believer in the Bible and Jesus. And me, I just want to be. I don't think his name was Jesus, but maybe it was. You know? Maybe all the little layers of information have been planted in order to mislead. Like, for example, je suis, me, I am, je suis, Jesus. I think the French could probably see that a lot easier. But then again, you know, if the God of Moses, his name was I am, and then you have je suis, Jesus, je suis. I need to practice French. But maybe that was his name. Why not? I don't know. It can be confusing. Especially when I've heard that the book of Enoch is referenced in the New Testament by Paul the Apostle. And then I've heard other things that apparently it's like 80 books that were removed from the Bible. Which just seems like pure bullshit. So obviously the Vatican, they're bad guys. I mean, they wouldn't be called Vatican would they? Unless they were bad guys. Khan, serpent. Vati, prophecies of the serpent. And wasn't the Vatican Mithra's temple before it became, Catholic? And why the frig can't I find that much information on Mithra? Except for stupid shit like, oh yeah, his birthday was December 25th. He died, resurrected 3 days later. And it's like, oh, okay. All right. All that. But what else? What's his story? I've looked it up. I'm interested in knowing because obviously some people do know the story of Mithras, but they're making damn sure a lot of people don't. I just finished reading chapter 189 of Chainsaw Man. And I think that might have been the weirdest chapter yet. It was pretty awesome just because it's so weird. Honestly, I'm just waiting for those two characters to come back to life, because as much as I enjoy Chainsaw Man, it has honestly been kind of shitty since 3 of the main characters died. I don't know if it was early on, just because I read the whole thing. Like, I didn't just start up after season 1. I went back and I read it from the first issue, and it was so much fun. And of course, the favorite character for me is I liked Power. I liked Miss Makima. I don't know. I think that the combination of these characters as a cast, they were great. You wanted to see more, see where it was going. And I know for those of you that already know exactly where Denji's relationship with Miss Makima was going, but I don't know. I would have liked that to have gone on longer. And hopefully when some characters come back from the dead, because a character just came back. It was I can't remember his name, but it's in the latest issues. I can't remember what he does, but yeah, he's in that tree. He's in that area with Denji and the other one. I can't remember their names. Where nobody ages, they just have to live forever in this place until they turn into trees or go insane, or both. Anyways, I'm looking forward to those two characters coming back, and maybe more characters, because I must say, fuck you to the writer of Chainsaw Man, because not only did he kill off the favorite characters, But then he turned Denji into a parent. And you know what happened there. And so that's unbelievably effed up. Motherfucker, writer, whoever or whatever the fuck you really are. You're every bad name in the book. You need to bring some of those characters back. Especially, well, I won't say, I don't want to ruin it for anybody. It's worth a read. The art is fun. I won't say it's as epic and amazing as Berserk, but it works, does the job. I look forward to season 2. Not so much the movie. The artwork in the movie looks shitty at best. I'm sure they'll make it work with their fancy Japanese AI animation. I'm sure it'll be enjoyable. But the season 1 was the best, especially because of those outros that kept changing every time. Loved the outros. Hopefully it'll be on in the theaters over here where I'm at. So I gave watching a TV show a chance. I'm watching currently Silo. The first season of Silo was the best. The second season is... what can I say? They took the shitty stuff from season 1 and just made it shittier for season 2. So I don't think that this show is going anywhere. It's not exciting. It's boring. I saw the first 2 seasons of Peaky Blinders, and the first season was great. The second season was just, downhill. And third season, I just had no motivation to keep watching it. I was like, okay, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. Okay. And I started watching Ozark on Netflix. I really enjoyed the first season. Second season, around the midpoint, just took such a nosedive. I think I kept watching it because of the people on it. I liked what they were doing. Especially Bluth from Arrested Development. Good actor. Everyone's good. The characters are shit, though. Don't like the characters at all. Just bleak. They don't enjoy anything. It's just scheme after scheme. It's a watered down version of Breaking Bad and meets The Sopranos with some Dexter sprinkled on top. It's very adult comic bookish. It's it never stops to take a breather. So you can't really enjoy it. It's just non-stop stupid shit. After, let's see, in season 2, where the preacher guy decides to take the wife as a hostage in order to obligate them to help him get his kid back. And then he gets his kid back, but it's not good enough. Now I want your wife. Shut up, kid. It was garbage. I can tell that the motherfuckers behind the show are Satanists. It's like, okay, this guy believes in God. Well, we need to show people what a mistake that is. And they made him go nuts. And look at what horrible things happened to this guy. He lost his wife. Now he had his child taken away. Now he's He's off the hinges. He's going crazy. Get my son back or I'll kill him. I'll kill all of you. Then he gets his son, and he can't even appreciate it. He's pretty much like, what did you do to him? He's different. It was garbage, and I just fucking knew exactly what was going to happen. So they killed him, of course, self-defense. And then I saw it coming. The elderly couple that run a heroin business wanted to adopt a baby. So I just knew, okay, this forced BS was so they could give these characters the baby. It's not just that. While the wife was kidnapped by the preacher, she starts talking about the Bible and how this is not fair, this is fake, or whatever. I just started fast forwarding through it. So I fast forwarded the entire season 2 just to see what happens, and it's non-stop dumb garbage. I honestly don't think that television is even worth watching anymore. I mean, I'm looking forward to one video game this year called Split Fiction, because it's made by the same people that made It Takes Two and A Way Out, Brothers. And sure, Split Fiction looks like it's 2 female leads. Yeah, who wants men? Men. I get it. It's part of the woke virus, but I'm willing to give them a chance just because they've consistently put out great games. So I don't care that it's 2 female leads. That's fine, right? The game looks good. Hopefully that's as far as the liberal shit goes, and it doesn't start saying some other fucked up stuff in the game. Yeah, but that's the game I'm looking forward to. I might just buy it, and if it's garbage, I'll just sell it. So I'm definitely not going to purchase it digitally, because fuck you, PlayStation. You're dead to me. Over $12, you betrayed me. Fine, but we're not friends anymore. Which is perfect, because we shouldn't be friends. You're a producer and you want me to be a consumer, and I want to stop consuming. I want to become a producer. Check out my art on DeviantArt. Go to my Facebook page. There's a link there. Oh yeah, this is strange. This is real strange. So it's perfect that I'm saving this for the end. I've found I have more energy when exercising if I haven't gone to the restroom for the day. Like if I haven't taken a dump and I wait till the end of the day to actually go, I'll have more energy during the day when I'm exercising, as opposed to going to the bathroom early in the day and then exercising. I won't have as much energy. I don't know what the fuck it is. I've looked at some medical stuff, and it suggests to me that it might not be done siphoning nutrients. That's odd to me. Like, have I conditioned myself to go to, evacuate before the job is fully done? Is that a thing? Or maybe I'm just different. I don't know. I don't know. I still have to test this out a little more. Maybe in time I'll be surer. Okay, that's all I got for all of you, and I need to write. But it's so tempting to get back to playing that video game. My goodness. I have an addict's personality. I'm so happy that I don't do drugs, because I know that if I did, I probably wouldn't stop. That would be effing horrible. I'm so happy that I don't. And it's not from a lack of not being able to get it. Because I had a lady friend that had some stuff with her, and I just chose not to partake. And apparently where I'm at, that crap is becoming even more and more illegal. Like, it's not just weed anymore. It's psychedelic mushrooms. They're becoming legalized in my area. And I'm sure young rebellious teens the world over rejoice, but older people might recognize what that might mean for the rest of us. Car accidents, homelessness. I have no idea. I know that when I've heard it before. I went to Amsterdam once I went into a magic shop, and the guy selling the Super Mario's mushroom in there, because I was tempted to buy it just because it looks really pretty, and it was still alive. Like, he would give you the whole thing. I did not partake. I was terrified. I was so far away from home. I'm not gonna have my first mushroom experience that far away from home. And I was afraid of how it would make me act. But he said, like, no, you just chill. Even Mike Tyson would be extremely calm on this stuff. Poor Mike Tyson. Anyways, I might not be addicted to drugs, chemical drugs, or drugs that are made up of a substance. Although, technically everything's a fucking substance. But yeah, I have an addiction to video games. So I'm so happy that I'm a big critic of video games, and I think they all suck now. I think all the best ones are already behind us. The other video games that I was waiting for this year is the Metal Gear Solid remake. I'm sure it's going to be shit, but it'll look nice. it doesn't have to be shit if they copy the game, which is Metal Gear Solid 3, verbatim. But, well, Death Stranding 2, Little Nightmares 3, Reanimal, and some other one that looks like it was made by Tim Burton that you can actually play on the PSVR 2. It just looks like Nightmare Before Christmas as a video game. I was looking forward to Black Ops 6, but then I saw a video on YouTube by Andy Pants Gaming on how not for me it is. Yeah, I'm gonna give them any money, any support. And I guess I would say Grand Theft Auto 6, but seeing the people that are working on it, I have no hopes for that game. None. Easily, I would have just bought the game and been so excited and happy, like, yay, another Grand Theft Auto game. Because I loved Vice City, even though now it's crap compared to everything else. I remember how excited I was waiting in anticipation for San Andreas and actually playing the game. I didn't do anything. I was just on my friggin' couch playing that thing all day long. If I ever even went out of the house, I just kept looking at all the cars like, where's my bazooka? And I don't know how much time passed by, but let's see. San Andreas, that was like 2004. Yeah, it was awesome. And then Grand Theft Auto 4 was, for me, I pretty sure I played that 2007, I think. Yeah, I played it and I passed it. I loved that game. It was cool. And I loved the DLCs as well. I fucking hate Rockstar Games because they have no balls anymore. Where is Max Payne 3, motherfucker? Manhunt was awesome. Grand Theft Auto 5 was a lot of fun when it came out. And then it came out again. And then again. And then there was Online, Grand Theft Auto Online. And that was out since, I want to say since the fourth game, but that's not true. It must have been out since early Grand Theft Auto 5. And it looked way different. It's kind of sad that the sixth one is going to be garbage. I don't want it to be garbage, but if you don't have anybody from the previous games making it, writing it, directing it, it's not fucking gonna be the same. It's gonna be some different piece of shit with the same title, but it's not gonna be the same. It's not gonna feel the same. So while that sucks on one hand, on the other, good. It releases us. They make it sound like they're doing something really courageous, right? making video games for uh, I don't even know who. Women that hate men and LGBTQ. Except they don't really seem to be playing video games on the level that you would that you would think that they do in order for these games to be successful. So that's just fucking dumb. I swear, that's what's the next step? You know, men's clothing, they will now all only be pink. It will only be sold as pink. If you don't like that, you need to recolor them, dye them yourself. Because that's exactly what people would do. I don't know. Then there's a bill that gets passed to make that illegal. You can't re-dye your clothes. Okay. Oh, and men have to only wear pink. Because fuck you. I think you would see a lot of people applying to change citizenship and just leave. I want to, but it takes money. Plus, my daughter's too young and she's over here. So, until she's older, I'm stuck here in this strange time. Whatever. We'll make it through somehow. I'm sure of it. All right. Take care. Talk to you later.